With rumors of there being sequels or additional Wizarding World games if Hogwarts Legacy has success, is it possible that Portkey Games is planning a sequel for Hogwarts Legacy before it even comes out? Assuming that they are making sequels and that Hogwarts Legacy will be a hit, let's explore 3 sequels or spin-offs that we could be playing in the coming years. If this is your first time here, welcome. My channel is a place where you can come and discuss all things nerdy. If you enjoy your time, hit the subscribe button to join our growing community. For those of you that are returning, welcome back and thank you for all the support you've shown me so far. With that being said, let's get right into it and talk nerdy. The first and most likely sequel we could see to Hogwarts Legacy is additional school years. It has been revealed and talked about on multiple occasions that you are a new 5th year student in Hogwarts Legacy and will be at Hogwarts for at least that year of school. If your story concludes at Hogwarts as an ending to Hogwarts Legacy, it is likely that we will get additional school years as a sequel. A popular gaming journalism website, Screen Rant, wrote an interesting article about this. They actually talked about Hogwarts Legacy being a trilogy and every school year being its own game. They had some interesting points, and I'll link that article in the description below if you want to read it for yourself. At first, I thought if they were going to add additional school years into Hogwarts Legacy, they would come as DLC or expansions. But after consideration, it makes sense to do one school year per game. The amount of resources it takes a company to make a game this large and expand over the course of 365 days, it makes sense that they would take every opportunity to get as much money as they could by charging full price for a game and milking each year into their own game. Number 2. Ilvermorny or additional schooling locations. What is Ilvermorny, you ask? Ilvermorny is a Hogwarts-like equivalent based in Adams, Massachusetts in North America. For those of you that have seen the Fantastic Beasts movies, Queenie and Tina Goldstein both attended Ilvermorny for their wizarding education. Ilvermorny and Hogwarts are very similar. They both are hidden by magic spells from muggles, have 4 houses that students are sorted into, and teach almost the exact same class list. Durmstrang and Beauxbatons are also likely options if Hogwarts Legacy would like to expand their wizarding world outside of the Hogwarts branding. In my opinion, it's hard for me to imagine not having Hogwarts in a game and it being at a whole different university. In the 6-minute behind the scene dev video that was posted after the Hogwarts Legacy reveal, the devs talked about Hogwarts being the one constant of the wizarding world that everyone thought of, and that's why they made the game around it. If they did move away from Hogwarts, they would have to take the branding from a Hogwarts Legacy to more of a Wizarding World-based game. If they were willing to move in that direction, I think Ilvermorny would most likely be the easiest, as we have the least amount of information on it out of the 3 schools mentioned. A game like this would definitely be more of a spin-off rather than a sequel. Number 3, life as a teacher or working at Hogwarts as a staff member. A direct sequel to Hogwarts Legacy could be an RPG that would have you working at Hogwarts after graduation, either as a teacher or a staff member of some sort, maybe even groundskeeper. This would have you teaching the students, exploring the grounds and surrounding areas, and maybe even fighting evil from a more experienced point of view. The skills and spells could be more advanced, and the game could even implement a house or base building mechanic for your character as they are living on the grounds of Hogwarts. In a different twist, Hogwarts Legacy could definitely make a life simulation game where you're the teacher. That would be more like a Sims game, and I'm not sure how many people would play it, but there would definitely be an audience for it. Some quick honorable mentions that I have talked about in previous videos would be a Quidditch or Quidditch World Cup game and a Triwizard Tournament game. A Quidditch game could be something more in line with a full-blown sports game with teams and a franchise mode, whereas a Triwizard Tournament game could be something like a board game or Mario Party game where you have multiple challenges to complete, and whoever gets the most points at the end of all of those challenges wins the whole thing. I know it's way too early of a question to ask, but what kind of sequel would you like to see if they end up making any for Hogwarts Legacy? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you for all the love and support you guys have shown me so far, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to help me keep putting out content like this. If you would like to stay connected with me outside of YouTube, head over to Twitter and follow me at @nightly_nerd. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.